Hello, Gemini and cross watchers. Thank you guys so much for joining in. Welcome to Natural Healing Tarot. Today we are going to take a look at your weekly tarot reading. The date is January 19th through the 25th. January 19th through the 25th. So, let's take a look. If you guys find the messages helpful or that it resonates with your situation, please feel free to like the video or comment below. Also, if you'd like future messages, you are more than welcome to subscribe. Everyone is always welcome here, and I upload messages daily. So Gemini, chop wood, Gemini. Also, guys, please keep in mind the messages here on YouTube are general. They're not going to resonate every time with every person. Feel free to check other signs within your birth chart. It's really about the title. If there's something in the title that resonates, there's most likely something in the message. Also, I do a drawing here every month for a free personal reading. If it's something you guys want to get entered into, all you have to do is comment your astrological sign below. And last but certainly not least, I pull a power thought card at the end of every message to just give it that little positive boost at the end. So it is helpful if you're finding it's resonating to stay till the end. It'll just give it that little positive vibe, positive affirmation, and it's crazy to me how the energies flow through. So Gemini, chop wood, treasure island, and time for a nap. What I get the sense here is there's something that you've been manifesting. Okay, Treasure Island talks about abundance, but it also is the process of manifesting that abundance. And I also get that sense with the other two cards, Chopwood and Time for a Nap. You have thought about this long and hard. You've probably written it out, made your plan, put in that work. Now, what Spirit is telling you to focus on the day-to-day tasks. Focus on the tasks at hand, the things that you can control. And Time for a Nap tells me to give this planning a rest. Give this manifesting a rest. Let the universe do its job, Gemini. So let's see. Let the universe do its job. Most important message, Spirit, for Gemini for January 19th through the 25th. What does Gemini need to see for this week? So I am going to use the Fairy Tarot. It is the Doreen Virtue deck. Let's see for you guys. Most important message, Spirit, for Gemini. High Priestess. So, intuition, right? This talks about secrecy. A lot of times in the High Priestess, in a lot of decks, won't even have a face or a mouth, or something will be covering her mouth. So it's a lot about thought, a lot about that intuitive process, okay? Trusting your intuition. It also could symbolize manifesting, okay? Then we have the Four of Springs, which is the Four of Wands. This is, as you know, the 1111 card, okay? It talks about a spiritual union. A lot of times it talks about marriage. See the wheel. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune is luck. Okay, things turning in your favor. Also symbolizes completion of a cycle. So what I see here, Gemini, and then on the bottom of the deck we have the 10 of Summer, 3 of Spring came out. So it's definitely talking about love. Okay. And I feel like you may already know who this person is that's coming up here, okay? Very well could be a fire sign because we have a lot of fire energy. The 10 of Summer is the 10 of Cups, okay? So I feel like there's a situation that has been on hold, okay? There may have been some information that came to the surface that maybe caused delays on this, but I feel like you guys always kind of intuitively knew. You maybe have even been getting intuitive message. People call it 5D when you talk to your twin or your spiritual partner in like an intuitive sense. But I feel like you may have, and just to put it into perspective for you guys, if you're not aware, when you go into that where you feel like you're planning out the conversation and then you get deep into it and you almost feel like you're having a conversation with that person, that is exactly what I'm talking about here. If you've had any of that coming up lately and you've been intuitively planning out this conversation for when you guys come back together, I feel like your other person can feel that as well. Okay? So the next cards we have coming out, Four of Autumn is Four of Pentacles. Then we have the Page of Autumn, which is Page of Pentacles, and Seven of Autumn, which is the Seven of Pentacles. So a lot of earth energy, could be dealing with an earth sign. However, Princess of Autumn, okay? So a lot of earth energy. However, I feel like what these cards are symbolizing is this situation has been put on hold, okay, for a specific reason. And I'm going to pull out the tarot deck and get into it a little bit deeper here. But I feel like when this person comes back around, because this person is going to come back around, there is a need here to be cautious. Pay attention to the details and communicate, have communication with your eye on the long term here, okay? Also, there's a lot of planning. Like I said, remember, you're doing a lot of planning. So I feel like it's time to take the next step in your plan, okay? Let the planning it out rest and start taking action, okay? So let's break it down. We're going to pull 2 cards for each day of the week. We'll see how this flows together. For the week, Gemini, for you, January 19th through the 25th. Okay, so again, putting in that work, the 8 of Pentacles. So we went from the 7 of Pentacles to the 8, okay? Tower. So the Tower does symbolize an ending, right? Can symbolize an ending. Can also symbolize a completion, a clearing. I feel like this really is past energy. I feel like this is you moving on from that, okay? You're rebuilding yourself up from this past energy that you've really been going through this process the whole year, okay? There may be somebody from your past coming back Tuesday, Wednesday-ish. We have the wheel again. So the 6 of Swords with the Knight of Cups tells me there might be somebody coming back from your past or somebody coming in with a romantic offer, okay? But I feel like you may be a little standoffish about this. Now, this may be a person that is very persistent, just to throw that out there. So there is going to be a need, like I said, to stand your ground. The plans that you've made, those conversations that you've had that we were talking about, that you intuitively were having with this person, it's time to implement what you've planned. And when this person comes back in, Gemini, I feel like there's going to be a need to stand your ground, okay? Just be cautious, be wise. I'm not saying block them or don't engage, okay? I'm saying that because I feel like this is something that you've wanted. This is something that you've most likely thought about, okay? And I feel like there's something you guys need to have a conversation about. Something from the past that you need closure on in order to even entertain this person again. Okay? Because I feel like we have the Four of Cups, the next card out, with the Wheel and the Eight of Wands coming out here. I feel like what this is symbolizing is this person's persistence, right? Taking action, moving forward. They might press that on you, okay? I feel like you are still going to be guarded though. You're still guarded. You're still not wanting to get hurt again, quite frankly. Not wanting to go through this situation again is why you put your guard up. But understanding here that with this wall being up and you blocking this person out, it's also blocking in or blocking out the happiness. Keeping yourself isolated. Okay, it's not good for your mental state. You can even look in this picture. The lady clearly looks a little on edge. I really feel here, Gemini, that you are guarded. You're very resistant to anything right now. And whether this Knight of Cups coming in is from the past, whether it's a new love interest, because the Knight of Cups really could be somebody new coming in, I feel like you're just not really having this right now. And have an understanding, Gemini, that it's okay to be in that place, okay? It's okay to be in this. It's a part of the healing process. Maybe look up the 7 stages of grieving a loved one, because I feel like that's really what you're going through here, what's going on, the reason why you're guarded, not really wanting any communication right now, okay? There is still a sense of focusing on the past, trying to release the past, right? Trying to release this past hurt, this past pain from your life. Trust your intuition. Okay, definitely trust your intuition. We have a lot of intuition cards. We also have the High Priestess coming out again. And this is what I was talking about in this deck. See how she has no face? It's all about intuition, trusting your intuition. Let your intuition guide you. So what that means is, if you feel like you want, this is pulling you towards this, yes, 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 and your body's saying yes, 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 trust that. Take those steps, take that action. If your body is resisting, if you feel tense, if you feel tense, like you're tensing up your muscles and unsure, uncertainty, that's also a sign from your intuition. Okay, it's telling you, no, not that. There's a warning, warning, warning. Okay, trust your intuition, because you're waiting for a reason. Okay, you're waiting, you're going through this process of transformation here. We have the Hanged Man coming out with the Empress. Okay, these are all major arcana. These 3 cards, the last 3 cards that came out here, Gemini, major arcana all the way. The Hanged Man Empress. Okay, the Empress is a nurturer. Okay, it's also somebody who has gone through life and experienced the things that she needed to learn the lessons. Now there's just this processing, right? Just going through this process of reviewing all of these past experiences, good or bad, and releasing that, good or bad. Okay, because we're moving towards new experiences. We're moving towards a new future. it's going to be with the Hanged Man. It's like night and day. Okay. If you look at this card, it's like night and day. It's like when you have this change in perspective, when you're done with this transformation process, okay, it's going to feel completely different from the past. So you're going to need to take the time to release, review, release the good and the bad experiences. Okay, you have to be very indifferent at this point in time of the past. Okay, and look with hope and optimism to the future. And exactly what I thought here, Gemini, and you are coming out in the reading, Gemini, the Lovers. Adjust the camera so you guys can see the cards. But here we have it. Once you're done with this completion of the cycle, that's when you cultivate this. Okay, we attract what vibration we're resonating under. So once you resonate under self-love, self-care, once you get that routine down and you start focusing your attention back on yourself, you know, from the past back to self, back to Gemini, right? That's when this soulmate, twin flame, spiritual union is going to come in. This could happen over this week, but with the World and the Lovers card coming out at the end of the week, it's going to take however long it's going to take you to process. Okay, and I feel like the reason why there's this caution needing to be taken and this energy that's coming through of you're intuitively talking to a person from the past and all this stuff, there needs to be closure in that situation. Whether you intuitively have these conversations, whether you physically have these conversations, whether you write a letter and burn it, there is a need for closure from the past. If you guys look in the description box below, I have created a review and release video and a life plan video. And it kind of goes hand in hand, but what I would suggest focusing on here, Gem, is that review and release video. So let's get a power thought card out here. I am going to do an extended reading here, Gem. I'm going to take a little bit deeper look in this person that's coming in, this lover, this twin flame. I'm also going to take a little bit deeper look into this past situation. You know, what is this person trying to tell you, or what is going on there? Why are you having these intuitive messages? And what do you need to know about that? So if you want to get in on the extended reading, the link will be below in the description box. So Gem, power thought card that's coming out for you for this week is, my life works beautifully. Everything in my life works now and forevermore. Okay, well, there you have it. My life works. Almost said my wife. So, Gemini, that is the message I have coming out for you guys for this week. If you want to get in on the extended reading, the link will be below in the description box. Make sure you click on the link that has all of the numbers, okay? The 2020 vision link is the link to subscribe to the Vimeo channel, which you don't have to do. You are more than welcome. And if you do find that you are watching a lot of extended readings, it is helpful. And I also have a promotion for a free monthly subscription. So if you want to check that out, email me and I'll send you over the link. Otherwise, guys, thank you guys so much for all the love and support, liking, subscribing, sharing the content, and I look forward to seeing your beautiful souls again soon. Namaste.